Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are back today with some Q&A Sunday, episode 15. To make sure I got that right this time. And we have some Real Madrid against Valencia happening in the video right here. Now, I was having a look at some games that were happening over the weekend. Nothing in the Premier League was very exciting. Probably Everton against Man City was the biggest game. But that was happening, well, would have been happening yesterday. So it was pointless. So today we've got Real Madrid Valencia. That's happening today, and it should be a big game because Real Madrid know they have to win, and they've also got to hope that Atletico Madrid lose. So tantalizing stuff. Now, I used the PS4 Share Factory app to record this and edit it with, and I have to say it's fantastic. It was so easy, so much quicker than doing it on the computer because, you know, the PS4's hardware is pretty solid. So there's a couple of nice transition effects in there. If you're wondering where they're from, it's from Share Factory on the PlayStation 4. With the new update that came out, it was, you know, a whole bunch of features that they added. But it's a decent game. There's a couple of goals in here. It's on Legendary, as always. And let's get into the questions. So first up from Source Bear, he says, seeing as how you've played PES for a while now, why don't you make a suggestion video about PES 2015 and tell us what do you think we should see more of. Now, I've had a couple of people ask me this, or the same person keeps telling me make a suggestion video, and you know, I will. I really want to have a little bit of PES footage before I do that. You know, I've got to, you know, you've got to kind of wait till June when E3 arrives, then we're going to get some actual information about the game, because right now there's nothing apart from it being on PS4. We know, you know, we'll be on next gen or current gen consoles, whatever you want to call it. But apart from that, we don't know much. I can't really say too much. I know what needs to be fixed, and I know what I want to see fixed. The gameplay, you know, goalies, refereeing still shambolic as ever. So, you know, there's a couple of things. I probably will do a video at some point, maybe in June. So stay tuned for that. But, you know, like I said, we've got to wait for a little bit of more information and maybe some footage so you guys can watch something a little bit more interesting. But good question. Next up from Only Maria says, who do you think will win the Premier League? I hope Liverpool. I'm not a fan, but I hope they will. He hates Man City. Fair enough. And what TV series do you watch? You have some recommendations. Sorry for my English. He's from Romania. Love your videos. No problem with the English. Perfectly fine. Thanks a lot for the comments. And who do I think will win the league? Well, I've got the notes here. And some of these games have already happened because today's actually Friday, but you're watching this, of course, on a Sunday. And Liverpool have Crystal Palace and Norwich and Newcastle left to play. Now, it should be 2 wins for them, really, because Crystal Palace aren't a threat, although they have picked up some points against the big teams this season, so you never know. And Newcastle are having a real hard time at the moment, struggling to win games, struggling to get any points, and they probably will get absolute stuffed, to be honest with you. Between Man City, they would have played Everton yesterday. I'm not sure of the result, but if they had drop points, then Liverpool would, of course, only need 2 wins and they would win the league. But if Man City win all 3 games, and after Everton they have Aston Villa, which they should win, and West Ham they probably will win as well, then they're probably going to take the title on goal difference, because they have a ridiculous goal difference this season. So it's all to play for. Chelsea, I mean, they've got Norwich and Cardiff left, should win those 2 games. But, you know, being knocked out of the Champions League, it might have given them a little bit of a... They might have been a little bit depleted after that, so you never know. But I think it's going to come down between Liverpool and Man City. And if Man City can win all 3 games, then they're going to take the title. I would like to see Liverpool rather than Man City. You know, Liverpool haven't won it in so long. Being a United fan, I don't really want to see my rivals win the trophy again this season that they did a couple of years ago. But, you know, Man United have been shocking this year, so can't really say too much. And what TV series do I watch? I'm very old school. I like to watch series that have already been sort of watched 1,000 times. I love Carl Pilkington. That guy, if you guys don't know who he is, Google him. Carl Pilkington, K-A-R-L, and then Pilkington. He's an English guy, and he's an absolute moron, but he's hilarious. He's the kind of guy that he doesn't know he's funny, but the way he comes off, he hates everything. He really doesn't enjoy life a whole lot. And he's done The Idiot Abroad, if you guys have seen that. where Ricky Gervais and Steve Merchant basically ship him out to different countries: China, India, Morocco. I mean, there's a whole bunch of places being to, Uganda, and he goes and sees world-famous landmarks like the Wall of China, Machu Picchu, stuff like that. And it's fantastic. It's just hilarious the way that he's treated, and he hates it half the time as well. And then he had his own series coming out called The Moaning of Life, where he goes around and he learns about marriage in different cultures and death and birth and all these different things. But he's hilarious. I watched them. Only Fools and Horses is an absolute classic, as we know. I've watched Gavin and Stacey, Fawlty Towers, a lot of English sitcoms. I love them. I absolutely love them. The Office, I like the UK version and the US version. So there's a lot of TV series I watch. I could go on forever, but that would be rather boring. But good question. All right, now up next from MSC Master 100 says, if Tottenham had kept Gareth Bale, do you think they would have had a fair shot at the Premier League title? No, this is a cracking goal. What a finish. Who else? Cristiano Ronaldo showing his worth as well in the Champions League midweek with some nice goals as well. But no, I don't think they would have won the league if they kept Gareth Bale. I mean, it's one player. How much does one player do? I mean, yes, he's going to do a decent amount. I mean, it's different for like Ronaldo and Real Madrid, because Real Madrid are just a little bit better than Tottenham, aren't they? But then again, you know, Tottenham wouldn't have finished where they did last season without Gareth Bale, because he scored so many key goals for them. And he's been phenomenal at Real Madrid. A lot of questions were asked. What would he be like at Real Madrid? Would he be worth 80 whatever million he was? And yes, he has been phenomenal there. And it's good fun stuff. I like to see them win the Champions League. But I don't think they would have won the league with Gareth Bale. As good as he is, they needed more quality around the pitch as well. Although they've had a decent season, Tottenham, and they missed out on Champions League spot. Yeah, they're going to be disappointed, but still, it's a decent result to finish around 5th and 6th in the table. Up next from Rosteri says, how are you liking the new Konami patch? Greetings from Finland. Well, greetings from Orlando, Florida. And how am I liking the new patch? Now, this is an issue that I'm having and I'd like to discuss, because I downloaded the patch on PES Edit. It's patch 1.12, I believe, and it includes DLC 5, data pack, or whatever it is. And it has its ups and downs. It really does. I don't know, it's hard to describe. It's almost like defending now has become a mission. And it's not because I'm useless at the game, it's because player switching is now taking a huge hit. You press L1 to change player, it doesn't want to work. It changes to the wrong player. I'm defending, I want to defend this player in the middle of the park, and player switches to the left back or the right back. And then I've got to keep hitting L1. It's frustrating. The shooting, advanced shooting, is now pointless. It doesn't matter if I shoot the shooting bar that much or that much, the power bar I'm talking about. The ball just flies over the bar every single time. The mayor was doing my head in playing a match. And the ball just wouldn't stay down, so I thought, you know, fine, I'll put it back to basic shooting, which was crap before. And now it seems to be a little bit better. The ball actually goes, just not always on the post, although it happened for me a few times, as you guys saw. You guys saw the video that I put out on Friday with PES, you know, and I only scored 1 goal in 2 games. I hit the bar a bunch, and that's because of the patch. It's because of the patch. I couldn't defend very well because the player's switching. It has become more responsive. It has become more fluid. There's no arguments about that. And I saw a couple of new animations, which was nice. But then they've taken 1 step forward and 2 steps back with player switching. It's crap. Shooting. The advanced shooting seems to be useless. Maybe it's just me. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of the patch. I'm playing on PC, of course. I haven't got it on PS3. But it is not a massive leap forward, and it's like I said, if the player switching and the shooting was the same, it'll be great. And they've also made the shooting maybe a little bit overpowered now at some points, because you can absolutely nail them now. I mean, you can really strike them, which is great because we haven't seen that. But still, yet still the curling, you know, you press R1, R2, whatever to curl it, still just lost in the air. It's ridiculous. The amount of loop and bend, there's no power on that, ridiculous. So that needs to be improved as well. But you know, it's an up and down patch. Plays well sometimes, but the player switching and the advanced shooting is crap, so that frustrates me as well. And it is a little bit tougher. So you're probably going to see some harder games on my videos. At least that's good. But great question. Alright, next up from FCP Drag Dan says, hi TTB, do you think Portugal will win the World Cup? Great videos, by the way. Thank you. I don't think they'll win it because I think there's a lot of other teams with overall better quality. I mean, Portugal has some great players. You know, Pepe at the back, solid. Ronaldo up top, ridiculously good player. You know, they got Morales in there, Beluso. There's some good players, but I don't think they have, you know, the kind of team that Germany and Spain has, and Argentina and Brazil. They're all-round teams that are just stacked full of quality. But I think Portugal, if the draw is kind to them and they get through, they're probably going to finish second in the group, you would feel. And they play an easier team in the round of 16. You never know. You never know. Quarterfinals of the World Cup, teams get a little bit nervy. Ronaldo could shine, so we'll have to see. But I wouldn't say that they're the favourites by any means. Alright, next up from Mike Malanista says, well, hi TTB, it's been a long time. I haven't asked you a question, as you know. I'm having trouble with Google Chrome, which is weird. Some people say they're having problems with my website on Google Chrome, which is strange, because I'm not. So I have two questions for you. One, may I know your personal Facebook account? Is it too much to ask for? If yes, then never mind. And two, how do you feel about the loss to Everton, which was, you know, a couple of weeks ago now? Upset, angry, keep up the good work. Greetings from Indonesia. Alright, well, greetings once again from Orlando, Florida. But the Facebook account, I'm going to keep that to myself for now because, you know, Facebook is really about people you know. I don't know any of you guys personally. Nothing against you guys. You know, I love all of you. But, you know, it's a personal Facebook account. I don't want to have millions of people that I've never met before on there. So maybe in the future I'll make a new one where you guys can add me or something. But for right now, we'll keep it as it is. Sorry about that. And then number two, how do you feel about that loss to Everton? I mean, whatever. You know, United have had such a season where I don't think United fans expect to win now. You know, and this was before obviously David Moyes got fired, which was inevitable. I was a little bit shocked that he was fired so early. I thought, you know, United will wait till at least the end of the season before letting him go. Didn't happen. So that's the way that is. But it's not a big deal. You know, United were never going to get Champions League anyway, so who cares? But there we have it. Good questions. All right, next up from Zexian Blue says, hey TTB, how have you naturally kept your accent, or have you made an effort to keep it? Does it help start conversations? Do many people comment about it? Does it get annoying if they do? That's a good question. And, you know, I've probably lost it a little bit. I think I have lost it since I moved here. You know, some Americans say I don't sound that British, some do. It's up and down all over the place. How have I made an effort to keep it? Just talking the way I talk. I say a lot of British slang around people that they don't. It's funny because Americans don't understand half the things I say sometimes, like mullered, he's knackered, just a bunch of random crap that I talk, and it's kind of funny. And the people comment about it. Well, yeah, they do. I mean, it's faded away. I've got used to it now over the years, of course. But my girlfriend's one of her best friends. She always asks me to say banana, because the way Americans say it, they say banana. Banana. Would you like a banana? We say banana. You know, it's banana. They say banana. So she always gets a laugh out of it when I say banana. But I always say it like in an American way, just to piss her off. So it's always good fun. But I've just kept it through the way it is, and talking. You know, my brother's, he actually came over here when he was 9. He's now 19, and he still has his. So, you know, I keep the voice, keep the accent. You don't want to lose that. Alright, final question real quick before this video ends. Alexa Vuzic says, hey TTB, recent but big fan. An idea and a question here. Would you be interested in creating a separate Let's Play for other games besides FIFA and PES? Maybe in the future. I don't feel that I need to right now because I haven't got enough subscribers and viewers. But maybe in the future we will do so when we have 100,000 subs, if ever that happens. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Take care, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.